All right. Welcome to the Wild and Sexy Self-Love series. My name is Jake Empress, and this video is going to give you a whole breakdown of who I am, my company, as well as this course, which you can expect now that you are hopefully signed up for the course, and what the intended program flow and format is, and all of the wonderful things to get you started in this dope-ass course. So let's go. First off, who am I? I'm Jay Empress. I have a whole lot of different titles. I'm an erotic poet, published author, authoress. Shout out to Maya Wilkes from Girlfriend. I'm also a self-described griot soul seer, which is an acronym for Goddess Rebel Inspiring Original Thoughts, okay? I am a storyteller and a creative prophetess, I'm a visionary. Whatever I envision, it comes to pass. So that is who I am in a nutshell. Well, on the business side of it, I also am a teaching artist as well as a restorative justice circle keeper and conferencing facilitator for a nonprofit. A lot of titles. For a nonprofit organization. And pretty much what I do is I build, create, and design curriculum that is, the whole purpose is to use arts as a form of healing. So I'm blessed to be able to do what I do in all different kind of realms. All right, if you care about credentials and all things like that, I have a master's degree in African and African diaspora studies. I have a bachelor's in sociology. I also have a couple of degree certificates, a certificate in global Black studies, as well as a certificate in Caribbean and Latin American studies. I'm like, I gotta remember all this shit. And I also said I'm a restorative justice circle keeper. So whew. It's a lot. So I hold a lot of different titles, a lot of different roles. I'm very talented. I'm blessed to have a lot of different gifts. Pretty much all of that in a nutshell is that I'm very talented at bringing people together. I'm also very talented at using the arts as a form of self-expression and just being creative and expressing myself, period. But arts is definitely my format, and being able to teach that to other folks. So that's who I am. All right. My company is Impressive Expressions, a little play off of my name, J Empress, and expressions, all of the different many ways in which I express myself and how I share that with others so that, other people can learn how to express themselves better. Okay. So what is this? This is my first online course. Oh, thank you for imparting, deciding to impart on this journey with me. This is 5 weeks. It's online, of course. And the why. So I'm giving you the breakdown of the, the 5 W's, the what, when, where, and why, all of that good stuff. The why. I created this course because I believe unapologetic self-pleasure is essential to radically improving Black women's self-confidence and developing self-care. As a Black woman, I feel like you deserve to feel fucking great. I deserve to feel fucking great as a Black woman. There's so many things that we encounter in society that tells us that we don't belong because of who we are and how we exist. And I think that's bullshit. And so I deserve to feel fucking great. You deserve to feel fucking great, like the sexy, divine, magical warrior goddess that you are. And so I created this course to help us cultivate a greater, healthier, more empowering, and fun self-love relationship, okay? And so that's why I ultimately created this course for myself. And, as we are reflections of each other, regal recognize regal, that's what I say. I created this course for you. And you are here because ultimately you want to level up in all the ways that you level up on yourself. And you feel that I'm the person to help you do that. So, yay, again, welcome. Okay. My expectations: show up as your authentic self. I'm going to be my authentic self with all the little goofiness and the little side comments and stuff, and I curse, and you're gonna get all of the things. You're gonna get the full picture, okay? And I want you to present yourself as your full self. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't come with no bullshit. This ain't, it's about the real. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna love up on yourself if you can't really be your full self? So fully commit to yourself and do the work. What I mean by that is you are investing your coin, your energy, and your time to be a part of this program. So there's a reason, or there's several reasons why you decided to, commit to this program, because you see the benefit and how you are going to transform, through this process and the end results of it. So actually fully show up, don't half-ass it. Why spend the time, why spend the money, why spend the energy that you cannot, get back if you're just gonna half-ass it? You feel me? So actually do the work. There are some things that you may find challenging, but it's nothing beyond your capacity. Everything that I created are things that I am doing, I have done myself, and I am also in the process. And then lastly, have fucking fun, okay? Like, it's called the Wild and Sexy Self-Love Course. So I wanted this space to be a lot of fun for you, for us, because like I said, I created this for me, but for you, okay? Program goals and format. So the goals of this course is, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and if you see me looking up, I have things in a nice, neat, written format to make sure I don't forget anything in this video. All right. So the goals of this program is 1, reactivating your sexy. Okay. 2, inspiring you to inspire yourself, because you have the answers and the divine wisdom within you. You are just using my support and, the inspiration that you receive and the way in which I express myself to just tap into your own incredible genius, okay? 3, reminding you that you are worthy and deserving of love, luxury, pleasure, and joy. 4, making the process of self-healing more fun and accessible. Those are my goals, because I feel that self-care is a luxury, but we are worthy and deserving of luxury, okay? So yes, I want this process to be fun. I want you to learn and to come through it with a sense of renewed self, but I want you to have fun. Like, we're here on this earth to enjoy the abundance and the pleasures of the earth. So that's what I want, okay? Learning outcomes / course objectives, similar to goals, but what you can expect, the specific results. You will identify your wild traits. So what are the things that actually make you sexy? What are the things that make you wild? Tap into your creative power. I want you to feel more comfortable with playing around with your imagination, with being able to create things, with your intuitive powers. Like, I think that's something that a lot of women underestimate, and our power really lies in our ability to be able to intuit things. So I want you to be able to reconnect to that. And then, of course, having fun being sexy, like I said. Pretty much I want us to use the powers of play and imagination along with sacred sexuality to help you move into a more bolder version of yourself. All right. So the format of this course is hybrid. It's semi-independent with some group coaching, because at the end of every week we will be engaging in an interactive space where I invite you to come on to a Zoom call with myself and the rest of the cohort members, and it's a group coaching kind of format, because I'm here to support you all together. But then it's also semi-independent in that, a lot of the work that you'll be doing throughout the week will be by yourself. So you have to, really be committed to doing the process, because there's journal entries, journal prompting, there's meditation, and, there's soul work assignments that I give you that you have to actually create the space and time to commit to doing. So that portion is independent. Everything is online. You receive things directly to your inbox. That's pretty self-explanatory. And then lastly, along with the hybrid format, there's an element of circle keeping. So as I said before, I am a restorative justice circle keeper. And if you're like, what the hell is that? I'm going to give you a more detailed explanation of that later. And there will be a resource where all of this will be available visually. So if you're one of those people where you gotta read things like me, it'll be available. Okay, so during our interactive spaces, we will be in a circle keeping format. It'll be conducted in the form of a restorative justice circle keeping process. So what that means is there are a series of like guidelines, and there are a series of like I don't want to say protocols, but like rituals. There are a series of steps and stuff in which you engage in when you're in the circle process that differentiates it from any other process. Okay, so there's like a talking piece, and there are certain guidelines and stuff that everyone agrees to by group consensus. And the whole idea is just really for us to sit in community with each other and to communicate with each other in ways in which all of us are equal, and equally invested as well as equally respected. We all have equal space to share our ideas and opinions, and it's real communal. It takes us back to how indigenous folks talk to one another, how we talk to each other like around the big table in the kitchen, you know what I mean, that kind of thing. So more information about restorative justice later, but just giving you a heads up about that, because that may be something that you are not used to. Okay, last but not least, little miscellaneous disclaimers that I feel is important for you to know. So I said earlier, come as your authentic self. I'm going to come as my authentic self. So just as a little caveat / disclaimer, I curse. If you're already here, you know that my special system is the fuck it system. My favorite thing to do and say is fuck, the 4-letter word fuck. So like I said, the fuck it system is, an acronym of fuck. And that stands for feel unapologetically creative and kinky. And for the it part, in your, in parentheses, temple. So yeah, I pretty much, I include materials that you may find to be a little bit vulgar or offensive. I will actually actively encourage you to be more vulgar and obscene, or at least to become more comfortable with the taboo. So if that ruffles your feathers or offends you, with all due respect, fuck you, this ain't the course for you. Fuck you with love though. Thank you. So, and actually not last but not least, this is the last but not least, how I define healing. I just want to give you a little bit clarity on what my understanding and definition of healing is, because I use it a lot in this course. And I just want to be very clear that I'm not a licensed therapist nor a medical doctor. How I define healing, to me, is the process to becoming your whole, happy, integrated self. It's being balanced holistically, which means mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, like all throughout your whole integrated self. So when I'm speaking of supporting you in your healing journey, it is providing you with practices that will help you obtain and maintain an inner peace that incorporates the trinity of the mind, body, and soul. And then also, self-care is community care. So, I'm here as part of a new community for you as a supportive system to help you become your best self. But I'm not promising to cure you of any ailments or change your entire life. Now, I am saying that, by living wilder and sexier, you know, you may experience some life-changing results. But I'm not providing nor prescribing counseling, nor clinical therapy, nor like promising any type of cure. So I just want to be very, very clear on that. Liability is real. All right. So I try to make this as quick as possible. So that is all. A nice little intro to Wild and Sexy self-love series, the course, about me, about what you can expect, and let the sexiness begin.